What is up, everybody? Welcome to the Bugle 6 issue number 12. Be yourself, Easy. It's all good.
Okay.
He's like, oh.
I want to scream, but wait, hold on.
That's good stuff. We got Easy here today, guys. It's going to be a heck of a show. We had Dante coming in too, but he's got some issues, which is all okay. He's figuring it out.
Death happens.
Stuff happens. It's all good, man. But luckily, we still got Easy for tonight. We got Flavio, of course. Man, saw some videos. You shooting some guns. Let's go.
Yeah. Gunpowder, cookout, beach. Man, you can't go wrong.
I like a good weekend.
Little kids.
Beach or beaches?
Anyway,
man. So how you doing, Easy? How's it going?
I'm pretty good. What's going on? I apologize for any weird, stupid, offensive jokes.
That's just him, guys.
No, yeah,
that's just him. He's just
who I am.
Just who I am. Sadly.
So guys, if I get a little laggy or whatever, just let me know. Ever since I've had this newer computer, I almost have to reset it every time before I go live.
What a good.
But don't mess with me because I'll think you're being serious. Like, oh yeah, you know what I mean. Like, but yeah, guys, we got a great video, a good stream tonight. We're gonna be talking about a few figures. Be talking about some movie news. We're gonna talk a little bit of Deadpool. We're about a month away from the movie, so it's getting really close, really exciting. And we are also going to talk about a huge giveaway announcement for the end of July. I'll get more into that later. And of course, World of Psychic, top or bottom, going to be a blast of an episode. I appreciate everybody here already in the chat. Whew. But yeah, Easy, you're a father, right?
Yes, Flavio is my son.
Well, happy Father's Day, sir.
Flavio, I am your auntie.
No. I knew it.
No, not yet.
Oh, not yet. Okay. For some reason, I thought you were. Okay.
Well, my ball sack.
Well, that's good.
You're
in charge of that. Let's see who we have in the chat here before it gets a little too crazy. We got Diobin. Hello, everyone. Hope y'all are having a good start to the week. Thank you, sir, for being here. Awesome to see you as always. We got the Jedi Night's Watch, Graham. Hello, everyone. Hello, sir. Hello, sir. Much love. Wolfpack, baby. We have, of course, the man himself, Easy Company Collectibles. What's up? Chupappies? Sounds weird when the white guy's saying it.
No, say it more.
Chupappies.
Hey.
Primetime reviews. Yo, what's up, guys? Yo, what's up, Chupapi? Hey. I'm not sure what it means, but hey. Tighter FL. Yo, what is up?
Hey, what's up?
Tighter FL. We got Nick Bachman in the house. Hey, what's up, Nick Bachman? How you doing? X-Man Supreme, always here on time. Hello. Let's see. Christian Cooper. What's up, guys? What is up, Christian Cooper? How are you doing today? We got Adam 12. What's up, guys? Got my official Brick Artemis sticker in the mail today. I don't realize you're wearing a Spider-Man costume until now. Yeah, so one of my pictures, I have a Spider-Man costume. Thank you to Danny Spotchka. And the other profile pictures, like the more classy in the suit, getting ready for an interview type style. Yeah, 1 Adam 12 brings up a good point. He's a member of the Brickyard. Guys, make sure you're a member of the Brickyard. I'll give you all a shout out here in a minute later on in the show. We talk about the giveaway. But yeah, definitely a huge giveaway for members only in July. We'll get more into that later.
Yeah, guys, stay bricked.
Stay brick. Keep bricking.
Keep bricking.
Go.
All right. So yeah, it's gonna be a heck of a show, guys. I don't want to talk about it too much, but I do want to celebrate a little bit myself. I hit over the 10,000 subscribers mark, and that's kind of what thank you, silent clap. What the giveaway is going to be all about that we're going to talk about later. But I just want to say thank you to everyone in the chat, especially who always shows up on the live streams, whether it's Wolfpack, whether it's me over on Dante and Easy stream or over here on the Bugle 6. So thank you very much.
Congratulations,
yes,
sir.
Thank you. And
tonight, you're celebrating.
We
You know what I got?
Chug.
I got water, baby.
Hey,
but,
there you go. Well,
but I feel bad now that you got the alcohol celebrating. I might leave in a few minutes to get that while you guys are talking figures.
I have
but
the spicy water.
I know Graham would be appreciative
Yeah.
of this.
Real quick, we also have Universal Key.
Hey, what's going on?
Evening, everyone. What is up, man? Thank you for being here. Definitely a pleasure to see you guys all here. Whew. You guys hearing anything about the new Deadpool movie?
Nothing yet, but I see that you're posting like the ladies stuff, and I'm like,
Yeah,
is there
well,
gonna be-
because she's pretty, and I don't think it's a real picture, but I thought it would be cool to have on the thumbnail. So I put her on the thumbnail.
I like
But
it.
we will be talking about that. That is something we will be talking about. So it's not just a clickbait thing. It's a legit thing. So let me go ahead and present to you something here. You know what? Let's start with this one here.
Sydney Sweeney. Oh,
That
Wolverine.
is not Sydney Sweeney. That is that's Sydney
wish.
Sweeney when she wakes up in the morning.
Oh, I don't even think that's
No,
that.
I know. I'm talking about the dog. So anyways,
Hugh
bad
Jackman's
joke.
face says it
Bad
all.
joke. Yeah, so this is a picture I got on the old Instagram. Definitely seeing some cool stuff here. Now, the reason I think it's pretty cool is because, of course, we get Wolverine. And when it comes to figures, the Wolverine figure, which we will talk about later, looks amazing. And it gives me this huge excitement, lack of a better word there, to see Deadpool here too with the dog. It makes me think, oh, we're gonna get like a Deadpool with a sculpt. He's gonna come with this dog here. What is the dog called? Deadpool dog or
Yeah,
Dogpool?
Good guess,
Dogpool,
Greg.
right?
It's
Dogpool or something like that. Yeah, Deadpool dog.
Deadpool dog.
Deadpool dog. So no, I'm really excited. Any pictures we get, I'm kind of that type of person too. When I'm really excited for a movie, I try not to watch every trailer because I don't want to ruin that excitement when I see the movie. But pictures and stuff, it's cool to see. So, you guys see these pictures already?
Nope.
Yeah, saw this first thing this morning.
Yeah,
The Hot Toys Wolverine has a lot more hair than this one.
it does. He does have a lot of hair.
Does it?
He does.
I
I
think
don't
it
know.
just has to do with the sculpting.
Maybe the angle, maybe the sun, maybe the lighting, like they all say.
Rogaine.
Rogaine. But yeah, I'm just excited, man. Let me show this other picture here real quick too. Really excited for this movie. I'm really hoping that they do some crazy cool stuff. Bring like, the Hulk or X-Men figures from this movie, because I've been doing an X-Men marathon. I'm on the third X-Men now, and it's fun going back and watching these movies, knowing that we're going to be seeing Hugh Jackman again as Wolverine with Ryan Reynolds. It's going to be
I thought
awesome.
I mean, in my mindset, I was like, that's never gonna happen, I guess, since
Right.
everyone's getting old and
right.
I think this could be maybe one of the last ones. It's kind of weird though, just because of all of the attention and hype that this movie has gotten. It kind of makes me feel like, Hugh Jackman, if it's warranted, he will
like
come
his
back.
last hoorah.
Nah, I feel like if it's warranted, he still will come back. I mean, he's getting old. It might be a cameo here and there,
Yeah.
But that's like, Harrison Ford, like with Indiana Jones. Like,
Right. Well, I heard too, this is supposed to be before Logan.
Mhm.
So I think that's true. So that's interesting that they're not doing like another dimension, another version of Logan or whatever. It's the same universe, just before Logan. So
yeah, and
Flavio, you're quiet.
well, how did
Your
you-
mic, is it on? Your mic is on the correct
Can you
setting.
not hear me?
It's I don't know.
Can you hear me now?
X-Men Supreme Nacho Chalupa said that the louder he turns his volume, the quieter you get. So I'm just speculating the comments.
Let me just check my.
In this picture, it looks like they're at Galaxy's Edge. I don't know why.
Oh no, they probably are. I hear you just fine, Flavio, but you are a little lower than Easy.
A little lower.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't really know how I sound, so we might just be louder than you. But here, you know what I can do? I can turn you up from here.
Ooh,
just a little
turn
bit.
him on. Turn him on. Turn
Well,
him
I'm just
on.
gonna Let me know.
I got you. Hold on.
Is
Edit
it-
mic
is it-
settings. Edit mic settings.
Say less.
Talk now, Flavi.
Am I better now?
No, it didn't work. No, but I hear you fine, man. I think they're just trying to say you're a little lower. I don't think they're saying they can't hear you at all. So you're fine. Just yell.
Just let me know. But I do have some things, to say about these pictures, which X-Men, perfectly said it right there with this picture. You have Toad right there in the back, which
I didn't even see him.
He was
Wait.
played by Ray
Oh
Park,
yeah,
right?
dude. I didn't even see Toad.
Look
Yeah.
at
And I downloaded this picture.
Well, he was in the trailer when you guys see them all in front of all of the big Ant-Man head. They had all the past villains in there, and he was in there too. So Ray Park, I'm assuming he's gonna return, to reprise that role.
It looked like him, right?
Yeah, definitely looks like him from.
Kind of looks like the guy that plays
movie.
Cyclops, but in the Toad stance.
But that first picture, one thing that I will say, I don't know if you want to go back to it or just leave.
Yeah,
it
let me
like
go
that.
back. It's a separate presentation, but I can do it. Yeah.
Wait, was that really a blade in the back? I mean,
Oh, this is the same picture I just had. Oh, there we go. Boom.
Yeah. No, this picture right here. I seen this first thing this morning and I posted it and I was like, we're definitely getting that head sculpt and we're getting,
we have to, yeah.
Like, there's just no way whatsoever. There's 2 SKUs for Deadpool and for Wolverine, and the difference was the head sculpt for Wolverine. But from the minute that we seen the trailer and we had, the Wade Wilson and all that, pop out in the trailer, I had a feeling we were going to get it just because of it's a gruesome head sculpt. There's a lot of detail to it.
Yeah.
It's easily, possible to be brought to life by, Hot Toys. And it seems like it's a big portion of the movie. You know what I mean? With his wig and he has the staples in his hair. It would have been crazy, if there was a possibility or a way for them to have like 3 SKUs and them have like an artisan wig that was magnetic that could go on
artisan magnetic wig.
But that's like going over the top. Those
That's
are
crazy.
things that I try to think about, you know what I mean?
Right.
But I think we're definitely gonna have
we're gonna have a sculpted wig.
No, I don't even think they're gonna go that route. I think they're just gonna go the route with just this, like how he is, without the
that would make sense too. That would make sense
because I feel like having the sculpted wig on top of this head sculpt. I don't know. I could be wrong.
Well, and that's the thing too, is like we never saw that sculpted wig in the Deadpool outfit. That was more like in his civilian outfit attire, right? So you're making a strong point there.
Well, when the TVA henchmen come knocking at his door, he's wearing the wig. They snatch it off his head. They get into a scuffle. I'm just saying, I feel like to have it sculpted on a sculpted head, I don't think it would translate well unless they had the tolerances real good and had it cut perfectly to his head. So then when you pop off that headpiece or the hairpiece, you can have the bald look, but then you're going to have cuts and seams in the head. So that's the only reason I say I don't think it would be possible. But the dog pool, I think, is definitely an easy throw in because it's just like that C-3PO and Salacious B. Crumb that we had. It's just like having a Grogu or something.
And then Crypto too with Rocket, Crypto,
Cosmo.
right? Yeah.
I mean, Marty McFly could have a dog, so can he.
But the cool thing that would have been that would be real cool. I mean, I'm assuming they're gonna do his Dogpool suit sculpted as well. It would have been cool if it would have been mixed media over a sculpted dog, but I don't know.
Artisan Dogpool.
I don't know about all that, but the only gripe that I will say that I do have with these photos is just seeing how much dirtier the suit is for Wolverine compared to what we got. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I know a lot of people probably wouldn't want a
those pants are dirty.
Yeah, they're really dirty. They got, a ton of like dirt and grime all throughout the suit. And even by the ab section, as you could see, there's a lot of like, subtle feathering and weathering in the ab section, which I think isn't really present in the version that we got. I mean, it's a little bit, but not so much. I don't know if it was super exposed with the photos that they took and all that, but that's the only thing that I kind of wish they would have done is made it a more lived in, or instead of giving us 2 SKUs of the same suit, giving us a SKU of a battle damage, so to speak, and then but they gave it to us in all in one shot, so we can't also complain. I think they did a great job there. It's just that's the only thing that I'm kind of confused about, and I feel like Deadpool is gonna be the same way. You know what I mean? Even if he gets gunshots and stuff, or stab
it would be
marks.
like a battle damage, just like just like Wolverine, probably a lot of that.
Well, I'm saying I don't think we're gonna get that. I think we're gonna get a fully clean Deadpool.
Okay.
And the only reason I say that is because his suit is different, kind of than Wolverine's. As you see, Wolverine's, the battle damage part that they gave us was his chest piece, which is easily popping on and over the figure. Whereas Deadpool, you have to contend with the swords and the buckle that goes over his chest. If they do some battle type damage stuff like that, it's gonna have to be a whole different figure. I feel like they're gonna go maybe heavier on the weathering on him and make it more realistic in that sense. But I don't know. I could be wrong.
Do you think the red is gonna pop more, like more bright?
I wouldn't say that either. I think it's gonna look
compared to the other figures, at least. Like,
well, the other figures that we had was like the super red one, right, from the first movie.
From the first movie, and the
then
second
we
one
had the dusty Deadpool, which is like it was like black and white kind of.
Yeah.
So I think it's gonna look red, but it's gonna be I think it's gonna look rich in color. Don't get me wrong, but I think it's going to look kind of how it did in this screenshot, in this scene. It's gonna have a lot of like weathering internally on the suit. Like it's gonna look nice and clean still, but it's gonna be aged a little bit, and
more
I think
accuracy.
they're gonna more accuracy.
So let me ask you guys a question about the rumors about Lady Deadpool. So you have Blake Lively is going to be Lady Deadpool, and then you have Taylor Swift's going to be Lady Deadpool, right? Like there's these rumors floating around, and everyone's like blah 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 blah, and then there's also the rumors that Taylor Swift's going to play the Dazzler, and that but then there's also the other rumors that Marvel's saying that Taylor Swift has nothing to do with this movie. She has no part. That they were talking to her about a different Marvel role and whatever. So I think they're BSing just like they did with No Way Home. I think we're going to see a Taylor Swift of something in the movie. But if I had my guess, I would say that Lady Deadpool has to be Blake Lively. And because not only is it Ryan Reynolds' wife, but from what I heard, the creator of Deadpool, what's his name? Rob Liefeld or something like that. He created Lady Deadpool based off of Blake Lively from her show that she used to be on before Deadpool even existed in movie form.
That's
so now that happened, all of a sudden she dates Ryan Reynolds, and Ryan Reynolds got Deadpool, and then it's just kind of cool, like how all of a sudden this guy created this character based off of like Blake Lively, and she might possibly play it. I think there's like things there that tell us right off the bat that if there is a Lady Deadpool, it's going to be Blake Lively. And real quick, there and the newest trailer, we have legs, and they're skinnier legs in a Deadpool outfit. Have you guys seen this?
Yeah.
And there's this thing that was made that people try to say, hey, who fits in these pants a little bit better? You know what I mean?
Lively.
So I think Blake Lively does. I think those are more her legs. But we'll see. I think it's going to be interesting.
This is the first time I'm hearing. I mean, I'm not sorry, guys, to offend anyone, but I'm not much of a Marvel guy. I'm more Star Warsy. I'm more DC side. This is the first time hearing Taylor Swift as a rumored Lady Deadpool. What like? Are you agreeing with bringing in such a face into Deadpool?
I am not. I
Oh,
am
no.
not. I'm not saying I am or I am not a fan of Taylor Swift, but I think money wise, I think it'd be killer, like for them to bring
Yeah,
her
I mean,
in
they're
for a
bringing
quick cameo. But they should be a dazzler for 5 seconds, maybe
that is
10.
not like Taylor Swift is not
But she can't be
nowhere
Lady
near
Deadpool.
the attitude
Right.
of.
I mean,
all arrows point at Blake for me.
Oh, I hope
the
I hope so.
Dazzler rumors is because isn't the Dazzler like a musician or some sort or
Yep.
something like that? So in that sense, okay, I see it, but at the same time, is like no, I don't.
If
want
she gets hit by a truck in the movie, okay, yeah, I might go for it. Like that'll be awesome.
And then too, it's a big rumor because she's really close friends with Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds.
You've seen her at the Super Bowl.
Yeah, like they're best friends. So that's why it's kind of picked up a little bit too. She dressed up like Deadpool for Halloween a few years back. That's where all of it's kind of coming from. But
I don't know. I mean, I'm not. If it doesn't take over the movie so much, then I'm not opposed to it. But I don't want her to do like what she did to the NFL personally. But
oh yeah,
the Blake Lively thing, I feel like Brick said, I think it makes a lot more sense. You know what I mean? Ryan Reynolds and her already, together. I think it would be, a hit if they, pull it off as a couple. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Making a blockbuster film.
Well, and then he makes like a little tease about it being his wife or something, and you know how he like the fourth wall or whatever says something about her. Yeah, be kind of fun.
But I mean, the Layfield thing, like that's really cool. I didn't know that about that. He made it like specifically around her.
Yeah, off of her version of Gossip Girl. I guess him and his wife watched the show, and he wanted to make like a female version of Deadpool back in like 08, 09, something like that.
But he was really big in, the comics for Deadpool, and they actually even kind of like, there's a little pun for him in the trailer, in that first trailer that anybody's ever seen. That street that they're walking down, it's one of the storefronts in the back. It's like something about feet or such and such, and that harkens back to the way his artistry style.
Yeah.
He drew his characters with accentuating their feet and their arms being really big and stuff like that. So they kind of threw that little Easter egg in there.
Yeah.
So I thought that was really cool, and they paid homage to him for that.
That's cool. It's cool. Let's check in with the chat real quick. We got the movie canon in the house. Another Brickyard member, Evening Collectors, will be dropping in and out of the stream tonight. Congrats on 11K, Brick. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that.
My boy Gio.
You got X-Man talking about Toad. Let's see. One Adam 12. There's a lot of good will going into this. People really want a great film. Fingers crossed. Yeah. Fingers crossed. I think it's going to be good. I just hope I don't have my hopes up too high. I think a lot of figures can come out of this too, which is really exciting.
Dude, and these are definitely like, this is definitely like Lady Deadpool too, because like the armor on like the boots and all of that is way different than Deadpool. So I'm excited because like wasn't there like a third party Lady Deadpool that came out a while ago? And
was there?
I'm pretty sure, and it came with like a real hair, not rooted, but real hair for out of the mask and stuff out the back. And I thought that was real cool. She came, with the double Uzis and stuff like that. So she's cool. She's got a ton of weapons like he does. So
yeah, cool it's gonna be sweet. Yeah, there's like another part of the trailer too. Everybody focusing on the legs, but there's another part of the trailer too where you see a smaller hand with like Uzis instead of like Deadpool's handgun, or whatever he's Desert Eagle or whatever he's got. So yeah, it's kind of cool to see what's going to happen here.
Yes, yeah. X-Man is right. That third party, like it wasn't good by any means, but they already made that figure. So, if Hot Toys does do it, like he said, it's going to be the real thing for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people talking about Dogpool. Clinton Martin says Dogpool, Ryan head sculpt and rooted wig in a deluxe.
That'd be crazy. It'd be crazy.
Version.
I just don't think we're at the technology of them making rooted hair pieces to go on figures magnetically. Like if they could, maybe, but
Y'all want some toupees?
yeah, like
Right.
1/6 toupees.
Yeah, X-Man here. I doubt they'll have the wig only because he lost before they pulled him out through the door. Yeah, he never really had it with the suit. So true that. Yeah, X-Man, Rob Liefeld. I think I'm saying that right. I mean, I know he was like one of the first of Image Comics, which is pretty sweet. You guys ever see that documentary? I think it's on Netflix or maybe Prime.
Mm-mm.
It's like an Image documentary for Image Comics. Really cool. Yeah. So real quick, X-Man Supreme. Look at musicians who's been in performing game. Taylor Swift is a effing G. The way she strong-armed the industry to get hers, I will always have the most respect. Yeah, for sure. She's definitely gained my respect when it comes to the music industry and pulling her own weight and doing what she's done.
I mean, every human being gains respect, right? No
But,
matter
yeah.
who you are. But still, it'd be cool if she gets hit by a truck. Just saying.
Poor Taylor. Real quick, we got Austin in the house as well. What is up, my friend? Thank you for being here, man. Came just in time. We're about to talk some figures here. But anything else you guys want to talk about, Deadpool?
Well, easy. If you got anything to say, go ahead. But one thing that I do gotta say is that I also do think we're gonna get. Well, I'm banking on it. I don't know if it's gonna happen or not, but I would like to see, or possibly see, TVA henchmen. Because I feel like they would be like stormtrooper throwaways. You could get them at a cheap price point, armored figures, and people would want to army build, so to speak, with them and have them fighting these guys in this, like they did in that one scene. But I think it's a possibility that we get them. And then also, if you have those TVA henchmen, then you guys, Hot Toys, probably would see the value in them with already the Loki TV show that is out, and pair them up with those figures as well. I mean, I know it's going to be a different timeline and all that, but I think we could possibly see, some of those.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. I think we're going to see a lot from this movie. I think it's going to be the biggest one since Endgame, or Ahsoka, I guess, at this point, right?
Yeah.
With all those figures we got from Ahsoka. But since we are on the topic of Wolverine, Deadpool and Wolverine, let's go ahead and talk about this here figure. Let's see. So we've got Wolverine, and this is the deluxe version. So pretty sweet, man. Let me just slide this over real quick. Oh my goodness.
Wolverine.
Oh my goodness. Here we go. Boom, boom, boom. You guys have no idea what I'm doing. I'm trying to make my screen bigger so I can see people. All right, that works. And then I should have done this earlier. Boom. And oh God, what did I just do? Rookie mistake. Here we go. Boom. Boom. Okay, now let's get out of here. Sorry about that. All right, so yeah, man, this was a big, I wouldn't even say a surprise because we got it teased, right? But I guess a big surprise to the fact that it looks so damn good, in my opinion. I mean, from the seamless arms to the head sculpt to the outfit, all the different face plates. I won't say too much more because I want to hear what you guys have to say about this figure. But I am really, really excited for this Wolverine. Man, everything about this looks really good. So, Easy, I'm going to start with you, man. Is there anything in this figure that you don't like? Is there anything you feel like they could have done better?
I think the only thing we had mentioned about this figure not liking it as much, and looking at what Flavio mentioned earlier, like the weathering and more of a dirtier suit, I think Hot Toys went a happy medium with this suit. Because you think about it, you get the interchangeable, clean and the bullet holes, the chest part. So if they weathered it up too much and then you put the clean chest on, then you wouldn't satisfy a certain amount of people. So I think they got the happy medium in. So you see the lines between the abdomen area and the legs.
Yeah.
There's weathering in there to make it look like a used suit to match that upper chest area, but also keeping it clean. So I think Hot Toys nailed it on the happy medium. If there's anything I don't like, I was thinking maybe the suit could be a bit tighter around the legs.
Okay.
When you do see some pictures posed with the legs, kind of the suit folds up pretty harshly.
Yeah.
Right there in the middle picture, you can start to see just a slight bend and baggage around his package. So
around his baggage.
And I mean, if you see other images, I don't know if they have them here, but other images show him kind of bending a bit more on the legs, and it's just really crimply and crumbly, which is great for articulation because tighter suit means limited articulation, right? So I think this is okay-ish, but at the same time, the aesthetics of the figure kind of gets meh. But it's a very good-looking figure. They really nailed the head sculpt. Arms look deadly amazing.
Seriously,
it's really such a near perfect figure. And sometimes Hot Toys releases stuff like this, and I'm like, goodness gracious! I ordered this day one deluxe, like day one pre-order, and then you have other figures like that just fall short, like that Attack of the Clones, in my opinion, Attack of the Clones, Anakin or something like that. So it's I hate it when Hot Toys does this, like gives us something so great and then other releases are just trash. And I hate that it's from the same company. But this one, absolutely love it.
Yeah.
I hope the claws are
very well said. Yeah, they got to be die cast, right?
Just cause I just want die cast claws.
Yeah, I feel like they almost have to be. They should be.
So.
Flavio, what do you think, man? I haven't really heard your thoughts on this figure yet.
Dude, man, I'm happy that we're talking about this tonight because I've been dying to talk about this. This is honestly, from the minute it got announced, I was on my phone all day long waiting until the pre-order went up. I instantly pre-ordered it. I pre-ordered it as soon as I could. So this was a Dopo Deluxe for me. Had to. There's just no way. There's just no way that you can't pick this up. I'm going to say this right here, right now. I think this is the best Hot Toys head sculpt to date.
Whew.
Could be a hot take. I don't know. But to date, man, it's just, you just cannot go wrong with this. I think this is some of the best accurate detailing for a character and for an actor that we've seen in a hell of a long time. And this, it's just the total package, like Easy was saying. You know, I mean, I was speaking about the weathering and all of that earlier before, but then we get right back into the pictures, and just like he said, I think it's a happy medium. You know what I mean? There's dirt and grime all the way throughout the suit and all around the edges like it would be. You know what I mean? It's just not overly soiled. You know what I mean? And that's okay with me because you don't want to take away from the suit itself. So perfectly fine. The colors look amazing, dude. The colors look amazing. I think even in the in-person photos that people were taking in Hong Kong on the displays, it even, you know, was true to what we're seeing here. Like, it just looks phenomenal. I love the detailing on, you know, the shoulder pads, like the little bit of metal that's coming through under the paint job. I love the R&D that they really did to put into this. It's like they took a little bit of everything from all their past updates and, you know, advancements and put it all into one figure. It's freaking insane. Like, look at that. That is definitely Hugh Jackman.
It's as if Hot Toys actually tried.
Right.
I don't even think it was that, dude. I just think that there's just so much riding on this movie that there's no way that the figures could be bad.
See the pants here?
But, yeah, that the pants are bothering me a little bit now, but I think they're fine.
And me personally, I don't
Yeah,
have a
baggy.
problem with the way that the suit is done. I mean, I know in the scenes it might be a little bit tighter for Hugh, but in figure format, that
Yeah,
needs to
to protect
happen.
it.
That
Yeah.
needs to happen so you can actually articulate the figure.
That too.
When
yeah.
you get it first thing out of the box, it's not going to look like this because it's going to be super tight. When you start bending at it, I think then you're going to start getting into the elasticity of it. But I think the suit, the material of the suit is going to be different but somewhat close to a Spider-Man style, or maybe the new what's his name? The new what's this guy?
Jackie Chan.
No.
Oh.
Timothy Chalamet.
No, now you guys are
Jim Carrey.
no, the blind guy. What's
Daredevil.
his name? Daredevil. It's
That's all
like
you had
the
to
new
say was the blind guy, man.
The
We knew
blind
that.
guy and Frank.
But the new Daredevil, as you guys could see, he had a ton of articulation, and that figure, you know, the suit was really well fitted to the body, and then it still let you do a ton of posability. So I think it looks great. You know what I mean? There's no flaws with this. The seamless arms from the Bane that we just got, you know, not too long ago, that we're still waiting for it to come out, into transitioning to this, dude, the arms, like bricks, like
Not for a long time.
if you look at some of the pictures of the arms close up, you can actually even see the bluing in the veins. Like, that is insane to me.
Yeah, he got his pump before taking this picture.
Like,
Can I say one thing negative about
Yeah.
this? And it's not really negative. It's just because I think this figure is going to be, I mean, in my head right now, the excitement, everything, like a 9.5, 10 out of 10. I mean, it's looking really good. However, this right here, to me, is not Hugh Jackman. This, to me, is just Wolverine. Like, they made a face that doesn't match really Hugh Jackman's face or his chin.
really?
To me, and I know people are like, what are you talking about? It looks just like him. To me, that doesn't
That's
look
my
like Hugh
favorite
Jackman.
picture.
That
That's
looks
my
like
favorite
Wolverine
picture.
97 or something. You know, like they're trying to
And-
make that like a real.
And
But-
we've heard that before. I think Dante on the stream. We've
Oh,
also
did-
talked about that. That doesn't
Okay.
look like him, but at the same time, it works.
It
And at
does
the same
exactly, which
time-
is why I'm still like, this is still a 10 out of 10. Like, it looks so good. I just wanted to
This
kind of
pose
throw
is
that up there.
badass.
And
Like,
yeah,
also,
dude,
at the
it looks
same
so good.
time, nobody's seen him with the mask on. We haven't seen it yet.
That's true.
that could be why.
So I
you know?
almost, I it's not even that. I almost guarantee that that's how he's gonna look on the screen. Like, I think it's gonna
cover up
be
his
more
face.
of a, like, not that it's CGI, but I think he's gonna look like that with the mask on.
That's
You
a
know what I
cool
mean?
look too. But yeah, man, you got me a little messed up now because that top is battle damage and those yellow pants look like
Just washed them.
But
like,
that's
yeah.
the thing, though, Brick. That's an option. You can take off that chest piece
Yeah,
and then go back to
right.
the clean. So it's
Right.
like, but I don't know, man.
See, this is where go back that one image.
Yep.
The pants look kind of weird. It just
Yeah.
looks like he's
looks like
sagging.
he's-
Looks
That's
like
he's
he's
because-
sagging.
riding. He's riding
That's
at one side, sagging on the other.
That's because, you know, like when you have the base body, like with no, like nothing on it, and you articulate the like that like almost like waist piece right there is a solid piece, and then the legs move. So that's what it is. It's the legs going inside of the actual figure, or the figure's body. But
But the
There's-
fabric is stretched out, which
Yeah.
that's where I'm saying it. Hot Toys should innovate a little bit more, and you know, for the price they're charging you, they just do some more. You know, I and we know they're capable. We've seen some Spider-Man figures
Yeah.
that they just flawlessly do. But to me, at this point and this many years into collecting and seeing what, you know, I believe Hot Toys is beyond this. I think Hot Toys is beyond making mistakes and little things here and there. Like I see every single release, they feel like just do it. Like, okay, whatever. And I think they should be at a point like InArt. Like InArt just came out the gates perfection.
Well,
Not 100%, but they're not missing out on stupid, silly stuff.
What if they also did the drop down leg feature like they did the Black Panther that was suited, and that might be why, to give him that extra, you know, to be able to stretch. Like I don't know. I think it's a necessity. I think it's needed.
Right.
I mean,
I do think it helps so it's not, it doesn't damage like a lot of these Spider-Man suits that we're seeing.
bro,
Mhm.
I honestly,
By saying that, I'm okay. I see exactly what he's saying, but I'm okay with it for Wolverine.
yeah.
But if I saw that on like a Spider-Man, it would bother the shit out of me. So
Well,
I can
because he's
understand why
skin
this is
tight,
bothering Easy
you know
too.
what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
But also at the same time, like, as much as that head sculpt looks amazing, I love the helmeted look too.
Yeah.
Like this, I think this figure warrants picking up too.
Yeah.
And that's the problem that I'm dealing
which
with
look
right
you guys going for? Are you guys going helmet on or off?
Helmeted on. That's
Yeah.
the main reason I'm getting it.
Yeah, helmet on, but I definitely like. I think I'm gonna
Which
just have to
faceplate?
pick up two. I definitely love the two on the right, but
Me
probably the
too.
far right.
Yeah. Yep. Two on the right. Mix it up every now and then.
Yep, and with the arms out, not sleeved.
Yeah. Yeah. Sleeveless, right?
But yeah, I'm trying to pick up two if I can.
Yeah. So the deluxe, of course, comes with what's the exclusive? It comes with the battle damage, right? And it comes with and then it comes with the swap out arms. Are those the two big differences there?
Well, you get the head sculpt, and that's.
Oh yeah, that's right. You don't get that's right.
Yeah,
That's right. You don't get the head sculpt. You get the face plates for the regular. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
And
So.
And
another
also,
thing-
so go ahead, Easy.
But lastly, for me, the other thing I kind of dissed on this, calling it a deluxe and it come with a hexagonal base. That was also a head scratcher. No, I want more than just a hexagonal base with a printed name on it. Any dioramic pieces that could have went on. I think this would have been a figure package to throw in. So it leaves me room to say, is Hot Toys coming out with something else? You know, are they releasing something else? But I feel like this is a one-all be-all.
I wonder if Deadpool is going to come out with a base where they can both kind of stand on. You know, but
this is actually one of the first times I'm a sucker for diorama bases. I always go deluxe. This is actually the first time that I'm not bothered by it. The figure is so damn good that I don't think that the base is even necessary to throw in an extra.
It's not necessary in any figure, right? It's not necessary even on the Darth Vader DX figure from Kenobi. It's not necessary on any of their figures.
Well, yeah, just throw it in if you can. You know what I mean?
But for calling it a deluxe and at the price rates that we're going to, I believe they should deliver a little bit more.
Well, and I don't think we're gonna get one with Deadpool. I think we're gonna get the normal team base like that.
Regular base.
The possibility of them doing that is because this line is gonna be big, and they want you to be able to piece them all together like that and have them all coexist like that. But I'm definitely the one.
Could there possibly be a base like we saw with Amazing Spider-Man where it was you buy it separate, like the Lizard, where they have a separate base for sale for these figures?
That would be stupid.
The only possible diorama that I see them doing for that is the Fox.
But then you gotta buy the rights for that Fox one though.
But it's just that's part of the reason. Like I don't think we're getting a nice base like that because there wasn't like a significant area besides that Fox, logo.
At least that we've seen so far.
Right. Yeah. But I'm a fan of the boots. That's one thing that I'm gonna say that I feel like a lot of people overshadow.
Yeah, those boots look good.
The boots are that new style, like the Daredevil. They're not a split cut boot design. They're very articulate with the ball joint being within the sneaker. So you get a ton of range of motion, but you keep the sculpt fully seamless. So I really love that, and I think that makes the figure just that much better. But I'm excited. They got Wolverine spelled right too, so it's just so many good things.
I forgot about that. Real quick, we got Reverse Zeo in the house. I know I brought up his comment earlier. For some reason, it's not coming up. There it is. What is up, man? Thank you for being here. Let's see what else is saying. what everyone else is saying. X-Man Supreme, for my money, it's the best sculpt. And I think they'll keep this level of detail since this is such a high profile piece. Yeah, I think this is going to turn out so nice.
Yeah, I think the actual final sculpt is going to be damn near close to this.
Yeah. Yeah, X-Man's also saying the folding in these images are bothering him. We got Adrian in the house saying, what's up, Flavio? And hello, Brick. Thank you for being here, sir. Always good to see you in the chat. X-Man, I think it's just because we're not used to seeing him in a mask. And that might be true. That might be true. I hope that's true. Dude, but either way, I think it looks great.
You know what I hear when I seen this drop? And I don't know if anybody else is with me, but I just heard Berserker Barrage, like from Marvel versus Capcom. Like, dude, this is sick. I cannot wait. Can't wait.
Man, don't even get me started on the black suit Toby X-Man. There's nothing I like about that figure.
That's a laughing stock.
Dude, it's for the Venom itself. He never had Venom. Like, he had the symbiote suit, but Venom was never over his shoulder. It's the wrong head Venom anyways. It's the suit's wrong. Everything's wrong.
When it was trying to come off of him, when they were trying to make all that noise around him, didn't it like?
I think it screamed or something, but
no, but you never saw like a whole. You never saw a whole Venom head. It was
I swear there was.
Man,
let's see. Tobey Maguire getting naked on a bell.
Dude, I already have that PO.
And even if it was him pulling it off like that, it was never like with him with the suit, with it coming around him like Tom Hardy style. Okay, it was never like that. Like, ow. I don't know. It bothers me. I kind of want it because it's Spider-Man, but at the same time, I don't want to
not get it. I can't not get it. That's where
it is low stock though. We got Jedi saying, "Gotta go deluxe." Yes.
So that face is kind of there though. I just looked it up.
Yeah. I told you it was like in the scene when he's in the top of the chapel.
It looks like an actual head.
They when they put all those I forget what they called the pendulums around him and kept him enclosed.
Okay.
And they were making the sound. He did that like where he was like
a face came out. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not that, and it's not like Tom Hardy style where it's like, we are Venom,
Yeah, and that's very reminiscent of Tom Hardy's Venom. So
it's a different Venom style sculpt from the Venoms that we already have though too.
Yeah. Man, oh man.
Either way, figure sucked.
Hey, already pre-ordered. Can't wait for it to come home.
It's nice. That's nice. Everyone's just kind of saying hi to everybody, but we do have How You Figured Justin. Thank you for being here. Saying what's up to Graham, what's up to Yomo, and everybody else being such a nice guy that he is. So thank you for being here, sir. X-Men Supreme Tornado Claw. Oh man. Let's see. No one's really saying anything about Spider-Man. So yeah, I think we all know. It's just Flavio, I'm excited for you to get it though. All right, moving on.
When it comes out, people are gonna be like, "Oh, damn, I know. It looks good."
Watch, I'm gonna be that person too.
You're gonna get it eventually.
Probably will. Oh shit. Okay, moving on to the next figure. If you guys don't have anything else to say, let's talk a little bit about. Let's see. Let's talk about Anakin real quick. We'll make this one a little quick since a lot of people have already kind of talked about him. Anakin Skywalker from Attack of the Clones. I am really excited for this figure. I'm excited to put him with my Padme. I think it looks pretty good. I was a little iffy on the head sculpt at first because of the pictures and photos that we got, but I've been seeing videos lately and definitely looks a lot better in video. So I'm excited to get it in hand. I know some of you guys already have, but another thing too, guys, these robes are very baggy.
The robes look like pieces of beef jerky.
Pretty much. Yeah. This guy, X-Man, says Handikin.
Yo, this Handikin for real. He's got big old hands. Go trunk hands.
Veiny too.
I didn't like this Anakin release, honestly.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Call me Mr. Downey here, but I don't like it. I feel it kind of swayed off from the prototype. It looks very close to it, yes, but it swayed off from the prototype. Very cockeyed over here.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
he's got a fro going on. The baby hairs are weird looking. I don't know. I feel Hot Toys kind of revamped the Revenge of the Sith Anakin to make him look younger, thinner, and it just here it is.
sure.
Hands are huge. The robes look like giant pieces of
What do you
jerky
think about
spread.
this hair here?
The baby hair. That's what I was saying. It looks
Yeah.
kind of weird because how solid his, the top of his head is, just like this big old chunk, and then. But I see where they're going with it. Like, I see how you can say, "No, dude, that looks awesome. That looks." Yeah, but I'm picky.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
It's all about the buyers. How do you explain the buyers' needs really?
Yeah.
Like, it's do you just want an Anakin here? If you're more perfectionist, then no. But I feel at this point, like I was saying earlier, Hot Toys is further than this. I believe they can be InArt quality without having to charge InArt prices. I believe they can, because they've done it. Wolverine,
Yeah.
right? So and I'm sure Wolverine's going to release just as amazing as it looks. Anakin, why not? Why are we missing here? We saw Riz Anakin, in my opinion, looks really good for what they did.
Yeah.
According to the Ahsoka series, it's an older Anakin that they tried to make younger looking at the same time. So Riz Anakin just looks sexy to me, but this guy, he just doesn't have that humanoid look to him. So that's why I kind of got swayed away. It looks more like the Revenge of the Sith Anakin that got tinkered with to make it look younger, and Padme's just like, no, don't touch me. Let go of my thigh.
Don't do it. But yeah, look how baggy this is, man. looks like he's got like one of those suits on that the Batman's got, those blow up suits that he like.
Well, I keep saying, that Kanye West video when they were wearing those boxes. That. I was like, how can Hot Toys? This is not a Hot Toys image, but how can Hot Toys put out something like this and people display it, and the Hot Toys is like, yeah, that's my art.
Yeah,
that's kind of hard to claim.
I will say I'm very excited for this figure. I love the prequels. Attack of the Clones was definitely the weakest out of the prequels in my opinion, but I like this look of Anakin.
But it is the Clone Wars.
Yeah, I saw a little bit of Clone Wars. I didn't get too deep into it. I've seen like different scenes here and there.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
it hurt my feelings.
And I gotta watch it all.
It hurt my feelings.
What do you think, Flavio? Are you getting them right?
Yeah, I'm just waiting to get notified, man. He's paid off. I'm waiting for him. But yeah, I don't know. I've seen all the buzz about it in the community. When the blogger picks came out, these are some of the worst blogger picks. All right, let's just admit it. It wasn't a good take, but I don't think that that's the figure's fault,
right?
Whatsoever. I feel like it's heavily exposed in a lot of pictures. I think certain angles are crappy, but is it actually the figure going to be like that when you get it? I don't think so. I think, from the prototype, it might have got a little bit softer, and the expression might have been altered due to it becoming soft, but I don't think that the actual sculpt itself is like, oh, it doesn't look like Anakin. I think it's just because everybody has their mind that, that they can't wrap their mind around a young Anakin because we have never had one. You know what I mean? So I feel like if you're a Star Wars fan, this is mandatory. I honestly think you're crazy if you're not picking this up, because my plans is to have, a progressional step of, how he turns to Vader, and this is pivotal. You know what I mean? You
I'm a big Star Wars fan. I'm not getting it.
You're crazy.
Yeah.
That's why.
Because it's you look at the prototype, right? It's like I said, it's not far off, but just a tweak can change my whole perception on things.
But are you going just off the blogger picks?
No, I've actually seen like MRC and a couple other guys. It's still like I wanted the prototype, right? And just if you look at the clothing and stuff, the tailoring on the clothing and the prototypes looks amazing. And in here, it's just more like cut and sew and slapped on. And the tailoring on the actual prototype looks really, really worked on. Like it's really, really good. And again, maybe it's just all the first reviews coming out, just rushing it out, trying to make it, on YouTube first.
Yeah.
But just little things here and there, like the pouches on Anakin's belt, around his belt. It feels a bit cheapy and plastic looking compared to the prototype. A lot of things around him. That's why because I went through this in my brain already. I was looking at prototype versus release, and I couldn't get over how little changes everywhere made for a big change in me to say, you know what, I think I'm going to have to pass on this. But like if you bring up some prototype pictures, you'll kind of see the face change in so little ways that it took that away from me from the Attack of the Clones Anakin. So that's why I'm like, I'm gonna have to.
I don't think the bloggers look good, like I said, by any means.
I don't think the blogger. There's certain short videos that I've seen that really, I'm like, oh shit, great. That looks really good.
But I mean, just me personally, I just think this is going to be a chase figure for a lot of people in the future. I don't think this is a figure that
I don't think they're ever doing Attack of the Clones again.
I don't think so.
Not either. For a long time.
I don't think there's a reason to. You know what I mean? And it's just, I think the strength of the sculpt in the prototype look amazing, and I think the prototype pictures. Like, I'm looking at them right now. I think they just really futzed with it. I think people were futzing, more. And the bloggers, they just went, and quickly just threw the figure out and tried to take pictures. Like you were saying, Easy. I think, when people start messing around with this figure, it's gonna hit a lot harder. But I don't think the bloggers did a good job on selling this figure. And for me, I just feel like,
is there a way, Brick, can you bring up like
let me see if I can do that real quick.
I want to show you the prototype somehow on this, what I'm looking at. This is a really good angle to capture what I saw as the Anakin I wanted to pre-order and versus what came out. It's a very subtle change, but subtle enough for me to say nah.
Right. Just give me 1 second here. Ooh.
Like, I mean, I'm looking at him and I kind of see, but the bloggers, I don't think they took their time with the figure is what I'm saying. I think they kind of rushed it to just take pictures of it. But for me, I don't think they're ever going to really do him again. Like, there's no point in making him again. And I feel like he's
talking about these ones.
Yeah. I mean, you just look at this. Like, look how much better that looks.
Yeah.
Head sculpt.
The tailoring does look better too.
The tailoring is ridiculously different. Look at the side pouch. You see how realistic, leathery, to scale. If you look on the actual release, it's weathered differently and more shiny and more plasticky looking. Like I want them to finesse the releases just because it looks close enough to me, I'll buy it. If we have that all day long, people will start to just accept, below average. And then Hot Toys will start dishing out figures and not taking, like, obviously the Tony Stank, that was horrible. So look what happened. If we keep on with them, we're the consumers. I don't care how much, it needs to be affordable for me. It needs to be perfect. If not, I mean, we're gonna get below. Like these angles that's a hard Anakin episode 2, right? Yeah. And the one with the side by side head sculpts with the displays the rolling eyes, that one, yeah.
I think it's all has to do with lighting and angles.
You see, personally. I mean, I don't even think it's lighting because there's a lot of figures we go through, and this something changed in the release versus prototype.
Yeah, I don't know if it was like.
It got softer.
Yeah, but... it was. If it's softer, the lips look a little different. The lips look fluffier in the blogger photos to me. The tailoring. I mean, if you look at this, I will say, the robes look pretty much the same.
But look, and
But
look at how they're posing
is
it.
way tighter.
Look at how they're posing the arms on the sleeves and stuff like that. Like they're taking their time more to mess around with the wires compared to the bloggers.
That's true.
That's just the way I see it. You know what I mean? I don't know. I could be wrong. Like they completely changed the suit, and I highly doubt that.
Yeah, he still got beef jerky strips in the prototype.
I just feel like people. I feel like people would pick up on that with.
Sounds good.
With other releases too. You know what I mean? If the tailor completely changed, I don't think it. I think it just has to do with whoever futzed around with the figure. But just me personally, I think it's a pivotal point in the story, especially for the rise and demise, of this character for Vader. You have to get this, bro. Like there's just no
but
way.
You're going okay, Flavio, don't get fooled by emotion. You see, this is what makes people spend money. You get fooled by the emotion, you impulse buy it. You can't miss out because this is Vader. But also, did Hot Toys do it right? That's a big factor here.
Well, if I got Padme, I'm not missing this. There's no point. There's no point in me getting Padme.
Admit it, Flavio. Just say, "Hey, no. I'm 50% in. Might as well stick the other foot in."
No. I'm just saying. all I'm saying is that like they're both companion pieces. Like if there's so
Padme
many
wasn't
people,
to me. Padme wasn't even that good.
I didn't like her head sculpt completely. No, I agree with you there. But
why are you buying it? But why'd you buy it? Because
it's fucking Padme, bro.
Yeah, it's Padme, and
that's what I'm saying. Don't let Hot Toys take that advantage of you.
But it's a fair point.
But that's where consumerism is your choice, right?
It's not about Hot Toys getting me. I mean,
but I don't want people to not see what I'm saying because they feel the need that it's Vader or look at his massive hands. Looks that's massive. I don't know. I have to talk to somebody who
got to see it in person,
has it in hand, or I just buy it to throw it across my room.
Because I will say this, I think Padme looked a lot better in person. I think her head sculpt looked much better in person.
Of course.
I mean, I think a lot of people say that about a lot of figures. It gets kind of repetitive, but I'm excited for this. Like I said, it's my favorite look of Anakin. I wouldn't say on a figure, but like as Anakin through the prequels, I like this. This look the best. I don't know why. It's my least favorite movie out of the three, but it's my favorite look. So I'm excited to get it in that aspect.
Question on young Anakin Skywalker.
And how many past releases have we had that have been so questionable that have caused the figure to go waitlist, or for people to be like, "Oh, dude, this is so sick." Like specifically speaking, with Anakin himself, with the artisan version, every single freaking picture that we've seen, he looks like straight doo-doo in all of the events. Like his hair looks doo-doo.
But Flavio, guess what? I want it still.
Okay, then. So
that's what I'm saying. That's exactly proves the point of don't let the emotion control you. Like, although I wanted the artisan Anakin so bad, it's stupid crap. Like it's garbage. And
I mean, but we don't know that until it comes out. We don't know that.
I don't know.
And I mean, my thing is like, it's not the emotion thing. It's just like, I wanted this representation of Anakin in my collection. It just doesn't, like, if I'm going to have Anakin, if I could get every version of Anakin and then Vader as well, that would be awesome as a display piece. That would look awesome. But then it's like, okay, this guy isn't even announced, right? But they announced Padme, and then everybody's like, oh, well, Padme needs Anakin to go with him. If all those people pre-ordered Padme and pass on this, to me, that's a stupid way. Like, that's just
because I've like a collector, like I've broken free of the guilt trip of I have to get this to pair it with this. I'm not falling for Hot Toys' jokes. I'm not gonna do that. Like I'm not gonna say I've been in it for a while and I'm a veteran collector. I don't care if I'm a veteran collector. I don't care if I'm a rookie collector. I don't care what you call me. I refuse to go buy Anakin's
Heineken hands.
No, I mean, everybody has different ways of collecting. That's perfectly fine.
But what I'm saying is I refuse to look at that because I've learned right? They'll release it better in the next few years again.
Yeah, but then do you want to wait 8 to 10 years for that figure to drop? That's everybody has a choice. You know what I mean? I wanted this figure.
I don't think it's bad enough to where I'm like, and I mean, to each their own, right? I don't think it's bad enough to the point though for me where I'm gonna go, I can't get this figure because it sucks so bad. Because I don't think it's that bad, but I think where we were just talking about Wolverine, I think Wolverine's, like I said, a 9 to 10. Like that figure looks amazing. This figure to me is more like a 7 to 8, but I want it in my collection because.
But you want it though because it's emotionally
for sure. But I'm not going to get it anywhere else because I don't see anybody making this figure better.
But my thing is like how Hot Toys cannot make it better. That's my issue. I know
100%.
it's there.
They should be able to do it. Yeah,
and that's what makes me mad and pisses me off. And I just say, you know what? I'm not going to get it because I don't support the idea of Hot Toys just skimming you an Anakin.
Right.
And then going hard in the paint with
just
Wolverine.
To push out a figure quick.
I mean, it's just everybody has a preference and everybody has a way of collecting. It's just what I mean to say is that I don't listen to what, like, even if it's horrible in the community, if I pre-ordered it, I had love for that figure from the day that it was announced. So, you know what I mean? Unless it's a total wreck, and I have yet to, have my money, down on something that's been a total.
Like, basically, you're a lot more liberal with it than I am, because if, like, especially in the statue realm of things, if you go into the statue game, it's a hard life for companies in the statue realm. Companies shut down because they just suck. Like, if it's not perfect, it ain't getting nowhere with the statue collectors. Like, it has to be spot on, perfect, and the money ratios
that's a bigger price point. That's a bigger price point.
But rationally, when you look at it, I mean, you're spending almost $300 for a little 12-inch piece of plastic, right?
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that's two different realms. Somebody that's collecting figures versus somebody that's collecting statues.
But it does feel
we look a little at things differently than people that collect statues.
It does feel a little different though too when I get that with like the statues and stuff, but statues, you have like you know way more about statues than I do, Easy, so I'm not acting like I know shit, but I feel like the outside looking in, there's like a few really big companies, and when somebody shows up, it's like, nah, shit sucks, goodbye. Hot Toys is like already number one, and nobody besides maybe InArt now, but InArt's not coming out with enough figures right now to be able to be on that level just yet.
What's really bad for the economy is that Hot Toys doesn't have competition.
Right.
Competition is what makes companies better.
So I want to just say I agree with both of you guys.
Yeah. I mean,
don't do that. Pick one.
Perfect example. And I hate to freaking bring it up. InArt, their price point is so out of the roof right now with 6-scale figures, and people can argue
it is not out of the roof. J&D is out of the roof. InArt is very, very, very
the one thing I'll say too
but
about
think about it.
Is you have no worries. But real quick, and I'll let you guys go. But one thing I'll say about InArt is a lot of people do talk shit about InArt's prices compared to Hot Toys, but when Hot Toys does an artisan figure that is supposed to compete with InArt, nobody bitches about those prices compared. You know what I mean? Like, so I get like InArt, they're newer, they're pricier. I get that, but like when you have an artisan figure and people are talking shit about the InArt prices, but then right when an artisan figure gets revealed, they're like, I'm jumping on that shit right away. So
InArt, I think InArt is just beautiful. They're doing what they're doing best. I just wish they had a Star Wars license, because everything to scale is beautiful. X-Men is absolutely right about J&D. They need to get out of their they need to go home.
InArt just needs to speed up their process too. Go ahead.
I don't know. I just feel like there's a lot of problems with InArt. Okay, they look perfect. I think the price that we're paying is for the head sculpt. You take an InArt body, you strip it down, it's not going to look like a Hot Toys body.
Why are you stripping off the clothes, Flavio?
Because I mean, I'm not saying that you would, but I'm just saying if you take apart an InArt figure and put it next to the base body of a Hot Toys figure, there's a lot more going into that than.
But the majority, the prize, the breadwinner is always head sculpts.
Okay,
head sculpts, likenesses, materials used, presents, display purposes, accessories. Nobody
they
ever
have a tough
said-
time displaying because their figures can't even stand on their bases sometimes. You know what I mean? They're trying to be
I
creative
mean,
and different with that.
I've seen no. I think InArt is it's
they're doing good things. They're doing good
InArt's
things.
a brand new company in perspective to Hot Toys too. So you can't just say InArt's just absolute trash. InArt is doing really well for a brand new, not a brand new company, but a sub company of Queen. But they're doing really well in comparison in retrospect to Hot Toys, because look at the level of expertise that goes into their head sculpts. I mean, we saw the Timothy dude hit. I mean, you'll think that's a straight up dude right there. Hot Toys released the same figure, and it looks, of course, it looks like him, right? Because the referencing is towards that person. But Hot Toys always just misses a key. And I think for as long as Hot Toys has been in the game, using materials like pleather, crotch grabbers, these square rectangular bases that's been used for years and years, hexagonal bases on a deluxe figure like Wolverine, that's the most anticipated movie of the year. Why are you shortcoming collectors like that? You know, I feel like they should improve and get better. Do your R&D, you know, make sure you can pose these figures. If you can take the suits off and the bodies are better, why not keep the suit on and have it better in general? I think Hot Toys, for as long as they've been in business, they should be doing a bit better than what they are doing right now. Like, look at his robes. Why is his robes looking like two pieces of bacon?
Sorry, Brig. My thing is that, like, I don't think InArt is doing bad. I think they're okay. They're doing good. You know what I mean? For the lane that they're in.
I like this comment though, because this is very true. And I'm not against InArt at all. No. I'm not against Hot Toys either, but if InArt was focusing on just a handful of figures a year, their figures would be looking like, you know, freaking Gandalf as well. I mean, they're putting out 60, you know, plus a year.
Their catalog is huge.
Okay, good for them. More capital. So where's my damn quality?
There is quality in every release. I feel like there's quality in every release. You just have to look for it.
I'm not going to sit there and open my eyes on something like. Well, we've had shit releases from Hot Toys.
I think we've had a few misses for sure.
So is that okay to be like, oh, they're putting out more figures, so it's okay to screw up more?
No, not at all.
It's not 400 figures. You have the capital to do so. You need to do so. Some figures they release real leather. Some figures they release pleather. What, like, just, you know, balance the odds and you know, make the money and figure out. Put real leather.
Listen, I've probably had about like 40 to 50 Hot Toys by the time that InArt Rooted 2-pack came around. And as big as that box was and everything that was offered in it, I still didn't feel the same way as I do when I open up a Hot Toys figure. I don't know if I'm alone in that. It's a great figure, don't get me wrong, but there's something missing that they're not hitting the mark on. There's just something about it. And
you probably can't justify spending the money on it because you know the option is Hot Toys.
No, because if the figure's that good, I want it. I want the best representation. That's why I started collecting Hot Toys. But if you're charging me $2,000 for a 2-pack and you're locking me in to getting the other look, but yet you have Hot Toys over here for $350 park range, even Artisan right now at $500-$600 a pop, but I already know what they're
no, J&D is just absolute garbage.
Yeah, I mean, they're giving you rubber head sculpts and now they're rooting their head sculpts. Like, get out of here. And you're disrespecting me.
Before and after, it's like left cheek, right cheek. What's the difference?
Well, and every time in their promotional videos, they're like, "Oh, this isn't for you. Keep on scrolling. Like, we don't want your money. Like, get out of here, J&D." Like,
J&D is something else. Even in the statue world, J&D, the guys who collect J&D, I'm just like, why? You can get so much better for such less money.
All I'm saying is that 5 years from now, with this debate that we have, you know, of, is Hot Toys off the totem pole versus InArt? No, they're not. They're just never gonna be. Like, Hot Toys is the reason that a lot of us got into this. So, you know, InArt can do as amazing as they can, you know, and
Well,
I'm not an InArt hater.
InArt's
Like,
still learning.
Well,
they're doing good, but it's just
to finish the conversation, just because we have a lot more to talk about. I will say that I think InArt's work is phenomenal. I truly do. I don't have an InArt figure. I've held an InArt figure. I have the Paul Atreides coming. I plan on getting the Harry Potter figures. I think InArt is doing a great job for a new company. I think they're doing phenomenal. I think it's getting Hot Toys off their ass and pushing out better and more quality figures, which is why, you know, you have the artisan, the limited runs, whatever. So I love that InArt kind of put a fire up under their ass, because I think Hot Toys needed that. That being said, I think Hot Toys does a hell of a lot better job pushing out figures at great quality as well. Even though not all their figures are up to the InArt level, I do think they have a lot of InArt level figures, such as, I think, Wolverine. I think the new Spider-Man. I think that Darth Vader from Kenobi. That's not even artisan figures. And I think those are at the levels of InArt. So even though not every figure, to me, in my opinion, is at that InArt quality, they definitely have a lot more there. And I think they were just push. That being said, I think both companies are great. I'm excited to get my InArt figures. But I understand what both you guys are saying. And when you see something like this, it is kind of a disappointment. Same with Mace Windu. I feel like that could have been a little better, you know? So I totally get that. I wish it would be better. I wish they wouldn't slack at certain figures. And you wonder too, like, why are you slacking on this figure? But all of a sudden you brought up a Tom Holland head sculpt that looks like freaking, you know, that I'm walking into or I see a picture on TV. It's actual Tom Holland or something, you know? So,
well,
I don't get it.
And also, I mean, you know, just to, you know, clear the air, you know what I mean? I don't have a problem with InArt, you know what I mean? I just think they're easy outing a lot of their figures that they're doing, you know. Get back to me when they do a full die-cast figure, you know, then we'll, you know, be like, oh my gosh, the innovation, the, you know, all of that. But I don't think they look bad. I don't think their figures look bad. I'm not down with paying the price point that they're asking.
You're not down with the sickness?
I'm not down with having to put my figure together when I freaking get it. And then two, it's just not even in my region. I can't, if anything goes wrong, I can't even freaking, you know, I have to fight tooth and nail to get
I love how Brick transitions into this.
And to InArt.
But
for as long as we all keep our cool. Okay. Have you guys watched this video?
Mm-hmm.
I've not seen the actual.
I've only seen
just pics.
Bits and pieces of it. I haven't really started from the beginning, but
I've seen it all.
I think it looks pretty good. So I'm gonna turn off the sound because, you know, people. But yeah, I mean, pause. No. I always suck at this part. Here, there we go. Yeah, I mean, I think it looks good. I know there's a lot of debate here, but Easy, what are you hearing about this figure? I know you had mentioned something.
So a lot of people going same thing as I talked about Hot Toys. Basically, what I said, apply this to this InArt release. People are looking at this and be like, "Oh no, it doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like the prototype. It changed. Doesn't look like Vigo or Aragorn. It doesn't." This, to me, it's good. A lot of people. Did you have the actual photo in hand with the head sculpt release versus prototype?
I don't.
Okay, so it is a little bit of a change, but this they got. I mean,
the head sculpt changed a little bit.
It changed a little bit.
So is that feasible with the price point?
But in this, in my eyes, it changed a little bit to a point where I'm still getting it.
He looks like Jesus, man.
Aragorn does look like Jesus in general.
I don't know. I think they got the marketing aspect down. They beat Hot Toys on the marketing. You know what I mean? They show it real nice, and they show you.
I mean, they are making figures a lot slower.
I don't like that you have to put these figures together, though.
I love it. This is part of an experience. I love this.
Yeah, but Hot Toys does that for you and just lets you.
Stop being lazy, Flavio. Flavios like, unzip my pants and pull out my wiener next time.
Oh my god.
This journey, I've learned it with statues. I've become more of a patient and miracle man working with statues. It took me almost 3 to 4 hours to assemble my Optimus Prime 1 statue. But in those 3 to 4 hours, I had the best time looking at every single piece and admiring the art and work and detail that go through each figure or statue. These statues don't come in a whole piece. Just
Of course not.
And this is the fun part of it.
But they're all magnetic. They all pop in, boom, boom, and then you throw a piece whatever on it. It's not like you're
I've built military. I used to collect the military figures too. That takes me 3 hours on a 6 scale figure.
Yeah, those are no joke.
Those are fun. To me, it's fun. To me, that's part of wow. This actually, the gun cocks back. There's bullets in the magazine.
Okay,
I wouldn't have
like, if the warranty was warranted, then it wouldn't be a problem. What if you get your figure and you're putting them all together and he's already in the United States and his arrow breaks because you're trying to put it in the quiver, and then
you should be playing with Legos.
InArt is like,
hey.
If InArt is like,
I will say though, Hot Toys, you got to put the arrows in the quiver too. So
I'm just saying though, but like,
but like the necklace, like putting that thin, I break real necklaces that are thin. Imagine that necklace, like how easy that is.
Imagine emailing InArt and they're like, no, we don't know.
I'm also the guy who
giving you a refund.
I'm also the guy who gets broken statues in, and I'm like, okay, cool, I'll just glue it. I'm not I'm on a different league in my own head of where I stand with certain things. I can't come to an agreement with Flavio on things. I just can't. I can't.
Father and son usually do that sometimes.
Boy, I tell you.
Can I ask you about, man, it's like really slow for some reason.
Booty. Oh
no, does the base bother you on this? It's pretty simple, like right here. Does that bother you?
No, it doesn't, because it actually it looks like the Fellowship of the Ring when they're actually fighting for Pippin and Merry, and Frodo and Sam is off having sex in the bushes somewhere, and then Legolas, and it looks cool. It's very reminiscent of where Lurtz and Boromir and all of them were. I think it's good.
It looks like that. I
do like the grass
abandoned
here.
place
That's
that
a good
they were
touch.
in when the orcs came through. Remember when?
Yeah, that's where they were taking Merry and Pippin and Lurtz and all of them, and Boromir was getting shot, and everybody's like, oh, he'd be fine.
I love that InArt does that though. Like, their bases are so simplistic compared to Hot Toys, and they're
Quentin Martin's on you, Easy.
Hey, fight me.
He's on you.
Know what? Because I know because I understand.
Yeah, thank you, Clint Martin.
Shut up. I'll grab your wiener after the show.
Yo,
you acted surprised like it never happened.
Yo,
oh man.
So,
no, but their bases,
broken statues, meaning like, I mean, of course, if a statue's broken in half, you think I'm gonna be like, oh, it's okay.
Crap out of here.
You're just gonna Mod Podge it, right? It's fine.
No, like if it's like, I've had breakages like on this statue back here, you can't even see it. It's a giant it's like giant Predator. The base came a bit shattered and broken. I just glued the pieces together and it looks just fine to me.
I couldn't stomach that, paying that price. You know what I mean? And something's coming wrong like that.
Because I understand it.
I get what P-Rock's saying too here.
I understand
it's dissect the figure, appreciate it more. So
I appreciate it more. Yeah.
It is really like, we compare InArt to Hot Toys a lot, but it really is like and not saying one's better than the other right now. It kind of is a different experience, right? When it comes to 1/6 figures, from what you're getting. And that just shows right there, like, kind of dressing him basically and putting on his, like, let's say a figure that has armor. I'm sure you put on his armor for him and kind of wrap him up and put his gun
there
in
was
his
a
holster.
story, like you got to see his pee-pee.
Well, okay. So one thing that I do have to say is that they're in their infancy, right? Like this company, you know, they just started. Hot Toys has been doing it for forever, right? Whatever. Boom. Are these
What?
figures gonna look like this 10 to 20 years from now? Are they gonna hold up?
Ask me again in 10 years.
That's what I'm saying. So
Yes.
it's the risk, or is it the risk that you're willing to take? Like,
I
you know
don't
what I mean?
care, but that's the same thing. That's why it's like very like stupid to even for me to say anything, and you guys have a response. I threw you were there.
Yeah,
on
you were.
stream.
That's crazy.
I chucked a clone trooper behind me, and he just blew up into a million pieces. I'm like, whatever. I'm on. It's in 10 years. I don't think I would care because my money is usually the first impression and in hand, and when I put it into the kit.
And this is why I tune
won
in.
back Clinton. Clinton is on my side. We like Wieners.
Yo, but look at this. Look at this still right here, bro. He looks like Neanderthal eyebrows, bro. Like he does not look 100% like Aragorn. And
I like that detail right here, though, on the stash.
I'd like to agree with you on that, Flavio.
like the eyebrows somewhere above in the forehead is off, but it's like, okay, I paid $600, but I just got this Anakin that looks good enough, and it looks somewhat like the prototype. Like that's just
but
Flavio, just a little bit. Just a little. Are you disappointed just a little bit over Anakin though? Just a little bit.
Yeah, I am, but it's because of the bloggers. I'm sure when I get my copy,
you're gonna love it because you're gonna put it.
I'm gonna love it. I'm gonna love it because I'm gonna be like, oh shit, those pictures actually were like way off.
So
like,
it might be a little. It might be a little off on InArts, right? But look where else I start resonating to other things. Right?
What, you can spin the box.
Wait, did that just spin?
You can spin the ring on the box.
Was that an extra $75 right there?
But you look at the other things in the box look at the hands. Look how well they're painted. My money is not just the head sculpt, right? Anakin, I'm just a whole image. I'm just like, no, it's a miss.
Dude, those Han Solo hands looked amazing.
I won't do it.
I'm not talking about Han Solo. I'm talking about Anakin.
I know, but I'm saying, like, you're talking about.
I look at other things. Look at the hair rooting that's going on, right? Look at the casing you're getting. You're getting in this. The display, just the quality.
Yeah,
look
but
at
the artisan, the Wonder Woman that came out, she came in a different display like that, like with her head sculpt. So
I know that the head sculpt was horrible.
Dude, hot take. Somebody, Clinton Martin, help me here. Clip this.
Martin is on the Wiener gang, so
He switched sides today.
I'm new to your viewers, but I'm figuring out who's who.
Okay, that broken sword. I love that. I love that. That like
Narsil, was it Narsil? Yeah,
I think so.
Was it?
Yeah, that's the
Did he get?
Wasn't that like his father's?
So different aspects, I just look into different things, and I'm just like, value is justified.
Look at that pipe. It comes with a lot.
Well, what about that Gandalf?
Is that a pill?
That's the sharpening stone. That's the sharpening stone.
It goes too fast.
What about that Gandalf like release? You know what I mean? Like the ring. Like people were getting different kinds of rings. Like it's not 100% all the time, bro.
That is nice detail though. I love the grass right here.
The base is sick. I like the base. I like the way their bases look.
No, I was only asking because
the value is there. I can't argue InArts. And look at the bottom. I mean, just InArts. It's quality, and you guys give them a little time. They're gonna age well.
If they brought their price point down, sold.
They're aging like fine wine, whereas Hot Toys is, man, sometimes they're a Diet Coke.
Ouch. Couldn't even give them like beer,
man. Huh?
You couldn't even give them like a German beer or something. You got to go Diet Coke.
Yeah, I had to go Diet Coke because sometimes it's great, but then you find out like I'm drinking healthy, but you're not. Sometimes they release garbage, and I get pissed off.
I don't know. I just want them to see. I want them to.
You got a Hot Toys hater.
To swing.
I'm not a Hot Toys hater.
Yeah, I want to see them swing for the fences a lot more.
Just look at it as passion. Right.
and stop
Yeah.
taking
I know. I'm
like
just messing.
cheap, like little shortcuts. You know what I mean? Because it's just like I feel like every figure that they've done has been a how do I say that? Like a comfortable attempt.
InArt.
InArt?
Yeah, the only reason that it stands out is because it's figures that Hot Toys hasn't done.
How
Well,
many shots have you taken?
hold on.
Hold the phone.
I do want to say Gandalf is probably the best looking figure I've ever seen. Like
Trash
Gandalf
Panda.
looks really good.
Trash Panda says
He looks good, but I guarantee you that Arthur Fleck Joker is gonna smack that out of the water.
Yeah,
I
probably.
can almost bet that.
But yeah, and they both did Pennywise, and I don't know. I think I like.
Anyway, InArt.
I think InArt won that. InArt won that. You got me. You got me.
No, I think figure wise InArt won, but I still like that Hot Toys base though.
For everything that you get, right? With the price point.
I like the Hot
And
Toys
imagine
base
if Hot Toys 2.0's that and does that as an
No,
artist.
InArt did
come back around.
InArt did a
But
good
the InArt
job,
figure's way
but
better.
Hot Toys' idea was better on the base. It's not like one did it better than the
And
other.
I think it's
They're
just
both
InArt didn't
good.
want to do the same base.
They didn't want to do the same
That's fair.
base. Prime One Studios, their statue had the same Hot Toys base essentially.
Yeah.
So,
Bro,
I mean,
but like, what are you gonna display these with? There's only like 3 figures in their existence.
you gotta wait. Jesus,
You're gonna
it's
get
like,
a Legolas. You're gonna get a
Flavio's,
Legolas.
Flavio's looking at an infant and be like, "Run!
You
I'm
know,
Why are
gonna
you
be-
not a track
if
star?"
I just get 2 Lord of the Rings figures, I'd be happy with Samwise and Frodo.
I want Legolas.
I mean, I want Legolas too, but I missed out on Gandalf, so I don't really want to get like.
I
You
wish
know,
I would have
everything
picked this up. To
Have you seen my
Legolas.
Sauron?
No.
What, you have
yeah, I
the
think.
the life scale one, the helmet.
Yeah, it's nice. That's
Wow.
that's sick, dude.
I got a life size Witch King of Angmar coming in too. I pre-ordered him. Life size.
I just feel like, you know what I mean. I'm gonna be 75 until I can
love Lord of
complete
the
a
Rings.
collection of InArt versus Hot Toys.
You can't do that. You got to give him time. You can't do it to a new company and say, you know what, I'm not even going to try it because this, and this. Hot Toys, you've been in the game for a while. I'm expecting out of you. So InArt, if you don't
Graham.
support,
Dude, that would work.
putting White
That would
Roman
work.
in
Like
my
he
life.
literally looks like Jesus. Bro.
Aragorn is Jesus even in Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, pretty
Dude, and
much.
P-Rock, no. Those Asmus ones look god awful. I'm sorry.
Asmus is bad.
Bad.
I mean, but they were trying.
They
You and-
tried horribly though.
Clinton's going at it with you, Easy. This is fun. It's fun.
No, I've been
Because
no,
he's calling him out on his shit. That's why. Like, keep
no,
Shit.
no.
it up, Clinton. Keep it up.
Even
Jova
at
says-
this rate, it's a better go. I mean, the sculpt is, even as a Neanderthal, it looks more human than that fake plasticky looking Anakin.
Yo, get out of here. next topic, get out of here. You are not my father. Hell no.
Son, don't make me.
Unreal,
Oh my
dude. This
gosh.
guy's crazy.
We got a Loki collector here. What is up, Calvin? Good to see you in
Yo.
the chat. Looking...
Where'd you come from?
Oh man, we also got Trash Panda in here as well, saying I still love a good ice cold Diet Coke.
Hey, it's a guilty pleasure. That's my meaning with it.
Yep.
Like every now and then, a Coke on ice, damn, but it feels bad.
Yeah, P-Rock saying you can display them with the, is it Asmus? What? Osmus?
Why do you
Osmus?
say it like that, Brick? Why?
I'm saying it wrong. None of them are.
No,
bad.
but the Gandalf Asmus was really good.
Asmus.
Théoden,
It is Asmus.
Asmus, yeah. Théoden was really good. Like some of them was a miss, like Legolas. But Gandalf, Théoden, what's that one guy that has the horsey helmet? Pretty good looking figures though.
Horsey helmet.
What horsey helmet? Collection Obsession. Meanwhile, Jazz Inc. announced today that they are committed to doing a 1/6 scale animated Batman figure series and showed a costumed body prototype. I saw that. That was really, really good looking. So I should have saved that picture here for the talk tonight. But yeah, it looked pretty cool. Excited for that. D'Lo saying Easy is a closet Hot Toys collector.
He is. He definitely is. with his bark speeder that he just got, and
I have
his
no idea what you're
Commander
talking
Fox. Exactly, bro. Like this guy, yo.
No, I can
I
talk
bet
some
you.
shit on
I bet
clones.
you already have Anakin in house too. I bet you.
Probably. Everybody watching here, don't
Uh,
let it. Don't get it twisted, man. Like this guy, you know, he
That's funny.
he jams with hot toys.
Jams.
I talk crazy shit about Mace Windu, but guess
Uh,
what? Guess who's coming?
Yo, bro.
Yes,
Keep
who's
it,
coming?
keep it
But
moving.
I don't like what I'll still talk crap about it. They didn't do good on the head sculpt.
Yo, every company has critics, though. You heard it here first.
Oh man.
And every hole has an ass.
Yes.
Hey,
Yes.
you know what? You know what they say. It's like everybody has it's like everybody has an opinion. You know.
Let's move on
I'm gonna
to
throw my Bumblebee statue at your ass.
let's
don't
move
break
on
it.
to top or bottom. We got 27 in the house, guys. Make sure to hit that like button on your way in or way out. We have a huge giveaway announcement. More toward the end.
The Batman, by the way.
Okay, cool.
Instagram.
We'll see if we have enough time. But we have a huge giveaway announcement that I want to talk about after we do top or bottom. So be ready for that because you guys are not going to want to miss that. End of July 29th. Huge giveaway. So get the news for that. Let's go ahead and get into some top or bottom. I will also do a giveaway, take it or leave it tonight as well, to win up to a $50 gift card for Collector Zone. So guys, if you're interested in that, stay tuned. All right. Let's go ahead and top or bottom. I just want everybody to take a breath. Everyone love one another. It's going to be a great second half of the show here.
I don't know if he's my son anymore.
I know.
I love
He's
Easy.
abandoned his father. Let's go ahead.
I love Easy. Pours drink.
Right. He needs another. Okay. So, oh shoot. Okay, do you guys want, let's see.
Clinton's still fighting.
Let's
I'm done.
I'm going to do this one. So, we have figures that are due to be released anytime now. And these are the 10 that I picked for which 5 you're most looking forward to and which 5 that you'd be more okay with just saying, nah, I'm good. So Easy, you're a little new to top or bottom. Anybody in the chat who's new to top or bottom, basically it's like this or that, except you have to choose the whole top or the whole bottom. So you can't just choose like Batman on top over Iron Man. No, it's all or nothing. Whichever one you don't pick, you're basically saying, no, thank you. I'm good. I can live without. So Easy, these are all Hot Toys figures. So it might be hard for you, sir. So I'm gonna start with you, Easy. Do you have any of these figures on pre-order?
One.
Which one do you have?
Vader.
Of course. That figure looks.
Yeah, I actually got the Kenobi Vader, and
that was crap.
Really?
I'm just joking with it.
I just looked at him like, whoa.
I'm just joking with Easy.
I'm just looking at him like, this guy just spent the whole show fighting about something that he just did a 180.
That was crap.
That was a grail, dude. Are you kidding me?
Dude, that's a nice figure.
Funny story. I sold that. I actually got rid of that Vader because I wanted this one. I sold it for $5.
Wow,
dude, where the hell? Anytime you want to sell a figure for like $20, come get me.
Well, somebody really wanted it. I was like, "You want it?" And they were like, "Sure." I was jokingly saying, "Give me $5," and they were like, "Really?" I said, "Pay me $5." So I said, "Give me your address."
Wow, that makes my stomach hurt.
That hurts.
But I just looked at that Vader and I was like, "That's not my Vader. I gotta have cancerous, moldy, black mold looking growing out of his head and weird crap face Vader." because that's the Vader I know that came out of the helmet. So even though I love Anakin wasn't enough with that seared face and stuff with the new hilt and whatnot, or the USB hilt. And so Vader was for me. And for my whole lineup, I'd rather go all bottom.
Yeah. Okay.
Is that how this
I mean, yeah, that's exactly how that works.
Like hits
So-
her ass.
So you'd be okay. And I guess there's another 89 Batman out there, so you don't really need that 2.0. So
Yeah.
I guess that works. Okay. No, that's a great answer. That's exactly how it works.
Yeah,
Are there any other figures at the bottom that you are looking forward to seeing?
That the guard.
Okay.
I'm looking forward to seeing it. Because I love figures or troopers when they're red. Even the Sith trooper.
Sure. Yeah.
That thing looks badass. I don't have it. I had it, but this one just being a Mandalorian-esque guard, that looks badass. And anything with Tony Stark lately, as of late, looks so good that it gives you a reason to buy it.
Yeah. Dude, I used to not like that smile, that little smirk when they first showed it, but it's really grown on me.
I love when they actually have facial gestures now.
The Antonio Stark.
Like Rizzy Anakin.
Real
Like,
quick, I want to show this. I'm gonna change the name, front or back.
Front or back?
Oh,
The human centipede.
we needed that, P-Rock. We needed that.
Oh my.
Okay. But we've got top here from Yomo, top from D-Lo. Got bottom from Clinton. Okay. Clinton and Easy becoming besties here.
Hey, thank you, Mr. Weenie Guy.
Mr. Weenie Guy. Trash Panda says top. Oh, man. Jedi says
Man,
top.
I don't get why people would go top. You got Blue Man Group up there.
I think it's an 89 Batman, and Mantis is pretty sweet too. I think she's cool.
Mantis is just being cute, but
Yeah, but
Groot,
cute is nice, you know.
yeah.
That Groot's my favorite Groot.
How big is that?
I don't know. Probably smaller than that Avatar figure.
Yeah, yeah.
No, I think he's probably just a little taller than Star-Lord. Width wise, I have no idea.
Because
But I just want Star-Lord and Groot having back to back. But for that one scene, I don't need the whole line. But Flavio, you going top or bottom?
Probably gonna have to go top. This is kind of
He's
this is
just
a weird.
wanting to disagree.
No, it's not that. This is actually a really weird one, just because. I think Graham had said it. Vader is literally like the only figure on the bottom that is worthy of picking up for me personally, which I do have coming, thank God. But we just had that Obi-Wan Vader that came out, so it's like, okay, like I can look past other ones, but thankfully this is all game purposes and this isn't real life. But dude, the 89 Batman alone, since I've started collecting, was a chase figure for so many people. I've seen so many people wanting to go backwards for that figure. So I feel like that alone, if you didn't pick that up, there's something wrong with you. Unless you have the previous version, just because who knows when we're going to see that, again. And that just holds so much weight. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's so iconic. Like, it just looks amazing. I love the pop of the yellow too for the symbol. You get that diorama base too, so you kind of get that InArt style influence in the base there, and the Groot. It's cool. I loved, I love Guardians, and I love Guardians 3. I love him with the change out arms and stuff like that. But me personally, I love Teen Groot. That's my favorite style Groot with the game system with the little handheld. If they ever made that again, I'm definitely on that. But I think this Groot looks amazing. There's nothing wrong with that there. The Avatar figure, I would have loved to have gotten them. They waitlisted too quick for me, and it's not something that I necessarily need. But I would have loved them. They're making a crap ton of movies anyways, so there will be more chances to get them in the future. the Obi-Wan, from the Obi-Wan series, I think this is another like overshadowed figure. You know, people really didn't care for this look of Obi-Wan because he looked older, and they really weren't fans of the show itself just because of how
I just don't like his socks.
wow. Just because of how Disney-fied that it got, you know what I mean? But I personally I'm dying for this figure. I'm waiting for it. Like, I don't know what the hell is going on and holding this figure up. I think
he's coming.
I think it's gonna look better than the General Kenobi figure. I mean, you know, I don't mean to burst anybody's bubble, but
my bubble. You need to calm down.
I think it's gonna.
What do you think is wrong with the General Kenobi figure?
Let's not talk about that right now.
I want to talk about it,
dude. It just doesn't. I don't even want to get into it. I don't want to know. I don't want to get into it.
Moving on.
But for those of you who know, you know. And then lastly, you have Mantis, and you know that's a figure that everybody's been wanting for forever. You know, out of all the Guardians. So it's cool that they made her. It's kind of cool that they did her from the Christmas special, but I don't think it was necessary. But yeah, I would definitely pick Top.
Yeah.
Hey, yo, they kind of suck. I like Clinton.
That's your boy. That's your boy.
That's my weedy boy.
Oh gosh. Jedi said excited for Mantis. You know, I'm really excited for Vader. I have I have I guess I have 2 of these on pre-order, but I plan on getting 4 of these figures on here. The 2 that I have is 89 and Vader. So those 2 figures kind of cancel each other out because I think I'm excited maybe a little bit more in 89 Batman, but
yeah.
I think I'm going Top here because I just see better quality all around. I mean, you have a really cool looking Groot. You've got the Avatar coming. You know, you have a Kenobi figure and the Mantis, which, like you said, everyone's waiting for. So, I'm gonna go Top, but that Vader makes it a little harder than I think some people realize. So, that Vader, I think that Vader is gonna. Everyone's talking about Kenobi. When this Vader comes out, and people get this head sculpt in hand. Whoo, doggy, that's gonna be good.
You know what's sad? Not a single word mentioned about the 2 horrible movies, which is Lady Thor.
I know.
I
know.
And what's Kane?
Oh, Kang.
Like, I mean, and that's the crazy thing too, because I think Kang's head sculpt looks really good, but
it's really good. But reference, man, the references is just like Thor. Lady Thor looks amazing.
I think that head sculpt looks better than Padme.
Looks better than Padme, which I don't get.
Yeah, it does.
I don't get it either, but
I don't get that. Looks amazing. That's then beautiful. It's like looking into that.
I really need a Lady Thor. Like, I just want a nice Thor. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I mean, Jane Foster is cool and all. Don't get me wrong. I mean, if Thor is your favorite character, then I could definitely see why. But I mean,
Flavio said that like losers.
No. I'm just. I don't know. It's just it's if it's available, I'll be able to pick it up. You know, eventually, like somewhere else. Yeah. But she just waitlisted way too fast. Small batch probably, and it's just
Lady Thor.
Waitlisted.
Yeah.
Probably a small batch.
Yeah, and then the Thor from Love and Thunder, same movie, you can still get.
Which he's pretty badass, given all.
He's pretty badass.
He's pretty badass.
I'm all right on that.
It's a little too much in some pictures, but I think he looks pretty good.
I think he's pretty. He's one of the cool Thors. I mean, if it was a better movie,
I just want an artisan Thor from Avengers, though. That's first Avengers. That's all I need. That's what I want. But okay, so I did have 2 top or bottoms. I'm gonna stick with 1 tonight, since Dante's not here. But I also know we're trying to cut this short a little bit. So I do want to talk about one more thing, though. I want to talk about this giveaway. And the giveaway, we will have a small giveaway tonight, but the big giveaway is going to be July 29th. It's going to be the Monday, Bugle 6 day, after the Deadpool movie releases. So that weekend, Deadpool and Wolverine releases, and then we're going to have a huge panel. We're going to have 10 people on there, including myself. And throughout the next month and a half, we are going to be slowly announcing who's going to be on that panel. So this is our first tease to show you who's going to be on that panel. This one's pretty obvious. But it's also going to be talking about a huge giveaway. Thank you to Collector Zone for being such a huge, massive part in this giveaway. You guys will understand when you see it, and we can talk more about that. But this is also not just to celebrate the Deadpool and Wolverine movie and the big panel and everything, but also to celebrate the 10,000 subscribers mark that I hit. So thank you to Marcos and Collector Zone for being able to give such a thoughtful giveaway. I would like to show you, give you a little hint.
I'm touching myself tonight.
So a huge thank you to Marcos for giving away a collector edition Wolverine, pre-ordered Wolverine from Collector Zone to a lucky winner. You have to be a member. You have to follow me on Instagram, and you have to be part of the Cantina. Follow him, the Cantina, on Facebook. So if you guys need a link to any of that stuff, please message me. I can give more in-depth information throughout the month before the actual show. But a thing too is you have to be a member throughout the month of July. It doesn't have to be the whole month of July, but just enough time to where, you know, I can count you in for the giveaway. So yeah, huge giveaway. Collector's edition Wolverine, 1/10 scale Iron Studios Deadpool and Wolverine statue, and $3 $50 gift cards to his site. So pretty stinking awesome. And if you guys saw there, House Collectibles, Flavio. So each week leading up to there, we will have somebody who is guest starring on the show do a little tease, the way kind of like Deadpool, Wolverine do it, mimicking what they do. So definitely a good time, guys. So yeah, be a member, subscribe, follow me on Instagram, and be a part of the Cantina Collector Zone. Follow him as well. So if you do all that, you have a chance to get a free Wolverine. So any questions, message me. I'll help you out. Whew,
Guys,
pretty cool.
You don't want to miss that show.
That's pretty cool. I kind of wish I was part of the giveaway.
He said,
I can't win my own giveaway. Oh no.
I know it sucks.
it's gonna be a great show, and guys, there's a ton of giveaways, like Brick said. So
yeah,
do what you guys got to do to be in on that. And yes, I'm assuming so. Clinton must be present to win.
I don't think so.
I'm not gonna make it present to win just because if they are members. It's only you can become a member right now, guys. I'm not saying you have to, but if you want to be part of the giveaway, you can be a member right now. It's only $2.99 to be a member to have a chance to win a $300 statue or a $300 figure. It's pretty awesome. Or a $50 gift card, just to spend $3 in 1 month and then follow a couple pages. So I'm not going to make you guys have to be present, but all the rules that I mentioned before, you do have to follow that. So I won't have you on the giveaway, whether I do a duck race or wheel spin or whatever, on there if you don't meet all the requirements. So if you're like, where's my name? And I might even message you because I'm a nice guy. I'd be like, hey, you subscribe to me, you're a member and everything, but you're not in the Cantina yet. Can you just make sure you're part of the Cantina? So that's like his group, his Facebook group, Marco's Collector's Own Facebook group. So but yeah. Whew.
Yeah, there you
all
go.
right.
I mean, all you guys got to do is simply follow all the rules, and you guys would be entered in that. That statue looks freaking awesome, guys.
Yeah, dude, that's a cool looking statue, man.
It's from that little picture that we've seen so far from the movie too. So
yeah, well, and it's going to be the weekend of, so it's going to be that Monday after the weekend of the movie. So it's going to be a huge giveaway. Yeah, and I'll bring it up a lot on my Instagram and all that, so you guys get reminded and whatnot. So Shout out to the members that we have right now in the Brickyard. So shout out to you guys, but easy. Anyone got $5? It's only $3, sir. Only three.
Oh,
Only three.
Sorry.
If he wasn't spending money on InArt.
Okay, speaking of giveaways, I'm gonna do a giveaway right now. And
In your butt.
Yo,
that's
bro.
awesome, dude.
That's an awesome statue, though. Like piece. Like,
Is it just the finger?
Yeah. Well, yeah, Flavio.
Dude,
Yeah,
that's awesome. Man.
Yo.
That's cool. Is that real? Is that really signed?
Yeah, signed by Elijah Wood.
That's
What?
awesome.
Wow, dude, that's sick. That's a
sick.
sick piece.
But
That
I'm
is
gonna
sick.
shove that whole finger in Flavio's ass.
Yo.
If he keeps talking shit,
Yeah.
I want to make him talk some shit.
Yo, Clint said he wants
We
a
got
whole
Yomo gifting 1 Brick Artemis membership. Also a gift or a member of the Brickyard. So Yomo, thank you, sir, for gifting. I can't tell who won on my side. I'd have to go on my YouTube, but
It says Christian Cooper.
Christian Cooper, well deserved. Christian Cooper, you're now a member. As long as you're still a member of the Brickyard, come July 29th, you will have a chance to win one of those grand prizes. So
There
good
you
luck
go.
to every
Yeah,
member, sir.
That's a freebie entry almost right there.
Yeah, I know. Yomo's over here giving away his shot, his chance over here, giving somebody else a chance.
He just
But
realized
he's such a nice guy.
undo.
He's like, that's right.
Undo.
I'm gonna go ahead and do a take it or leave it segment, and basically what this is I ask a question. Whoever answers it first in the comments gets a chance to play. It's very much like Deal or No Deal, and I'll explain the rules in a second. But you have a chance to win up to $50 in-store credit at Collector Zone, and some other things too. So let's go ahead and start that. Give me 1 second. Oh my goodness.
Start that. Okay, hold up.
Here we go. All right. So the only thing with this is if you are a winner, if you are the player and you win, then you do have to create an account if you don't have one already with Collector Zone on that site. And he basically credits you 50 or whatever you win. You might win 20, 30, 50 dollars in-store credit. You might win nothing. It's like I said, very much like Deal or No Deal. So you'd have to contact him. You would make an account on his site and you will get $50 credited to you. So keep in mind too, something I always like to say is that the prices on his site include shipping and tax. So let's see. Let's share the screen here. And
So the comments have to answer
yes,
as soon as possible.
so the first person to answer the question I am about to ask gets to play. So as you can see here, we have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, $50. We also have 6 bricks. Brick 6. Get it? So if you get a brick, you win nothing.
Ooh.
Bugle
If
6
you get
hoodie.
hit by a brick, you die.
Yeah, you
Okay.
pull a Taylor Swift. If you guys weren't here at the beginning of the show, yeah. Anyways, Bugle 6 hoodie or Bugle 6 t-shirt. Now you get 3 spins total. If you do the first spin and you get $30 and you say deal, game's over. If you say no deal, we spin again. Okay. If you get a brick, you get nothing. You can say no deal. You get to spin again. If you get 3 bricks in a row, you get a free 4th spin. Because what are the odds? 3 bricks in a row, right? So you get a free spin there. So yeah, if you land on a brick on your 3rd, you win nothing. There's nothing you can do. So all right. So the question is, and this is a very, very easy question. Okay. I'm just going to ask the question. Name. I want you guys to name the lady who we think Lady Deadpool is going to be. Ryan Reynolds' wife. What is her name? First and last name. First person to answer gets to play. First and last name, Ryan Reynolds' wife. Hillary Clinton.
What? Who put that?
That's good. That's good. All right. I got Clinton Martin first here. of course, we got Venom Collector who said it right as well, and Yomo. But the first one on my side is Clinton Martin, Blake Lively. That is correct. So Clinton, you are going to be playing. So just be alive in the chat. So you can say take it or leave it. Okay. You can also say deal or no deal. It doesn't matter. I just couldn't use that name. So I'm gonna shuffle this. Good luck, sir. Oh, I can't shuffle it on there. I gotta actually go to the
Every day I'm
Don't worry,
shuffling.
guys. It's Brick's first stream.
Yeah, first. Okay, so I shuffled it. It's all shuffled now, as you can see here on the right. All right, first spin. Here we go.
No!
$20, my good sir. That was a very long spin. $20. You want to take it or leave it, Mr. Clinton Martin?
And they have 3 tries to go at this.
3 total, unless they say deal. So they got 2 more after this. Remember, you can land on a brick. You can also land on 50 and make it more.
He says,
So if they land on a brick, that's it.
If they land on a brick, they can say no deal unless it's their third spin. Then they get nothing.
That's it. Oh, okay.
So we are going to remove this. So that's out of the question now. Second spin. He said leave it.
He said leave it.
Give him a 50.
OMG.
Oh, ooh, a little bit more. A little bit more.
What?
Maybe not. All right. Take it or leave it.
Oh, my
Are you
goodness.
a gambling kind of man, my good sir?
He seems like a gambler, dude.
Are you a gambling kind of man?
150.
Oh,
Almost.
Doesn't want peasant money.
Think about it. Think about it twice. Think about it very hard. Wow, he said leave it.
Okay, here we go.
He's a high roller. He's a high roller.
Whenever this stands on, it's yours, no matter what it is.
I got faith in him. Oh no! Get out of here! Yo!
Let's go, dude.
He had the
Congratulations.
draw.
That's sick.
Congratulations, dude. $40. You won $40. I will make sure to let Marcos from Collector Zone know what you won, and I will then send you his way so that you can create that that account on collectorzone.com and start going shopping. Now, the good thing about this here, okay, is that if you are lucky enough to answer the question right next episode or 3 episodes from now, you can add this on top of that. So you win 40 this time, maybe you win 50 next time. Now it adds up. You got $90 all of a sudden, $150. So you can keep adding it up. So that's pretty cool too. So keep that in mind, guys. If you guys have played multiple times or once before, there's always that chance to add money to it. You can also use code BRICK6 on collectorzone.com for 15% off of anything there. So keep that in mind as well. All right. Guys, we have one more segment. I just want to thank everybody, but we have one more. Just one. I'm trying to stop sharing here. Here we go. All right. This one's fun. I'm just going to pull up the intro and we're going to get on with it. Here we go. All righty. Before we move on, I do want to answer this question for Clinton Martin. No, you cannot use both at the same time. You can add up your winnings, right, and use all of your winnings at the same time because it basically goes into like a money pool on the site. But you can't use Brick6 on top of your store credit, unfortunately. But good thing is this money adds on to each other. So very cool. And the good thing is you won $40. So that's cool too. Okay. The World of Psychic. Now, this is a game that I have every guest play, and I want to know a prediction Okay, got this from Ghostbusters. I want a strong prediction. I want you to be the psychic, Easy. Okay, tell me something that Hot Toys and Art somebody is going to do in the 1/6 community, that whether it's an announcement, a release, the next artisan, what's going to be, announced by the end of the year, anything. And if you are right, then you get a chance to win a prize along with everybody else who has been right throughout the year. So, World of Psychic, it's all you, Easy. Give us your prediction.
2/12th Trooper, Clone Trooper from Revenge of the Sith. I believe that's it.
Ooh.
I believe that's near. That's near. The 2/12th Clone Trooper.
2/12th Clone Trooper. You heard it here first. See what Easy got in the back pocket. See if he is the World of Psychic. All right, guys. Great show tonight. Absolutely loved it. Guys, do not forget about that big giveaway. Become a member of the channel and all those other mandatory things you got to do, as you guys saw earlier. I will also post that video on Instagram by tomorrow morning. So become a member of the channel. Have a chance to win a Wolverine, a 1/10 scale Iron Studio statue, or $50 gift cards on July 29th. Easy. What do you got going on, man? What do you got going on? Live streams, videos, wieners.
I'll get to the job now.
I like.
Flavio, what do you got going on your channel, sir?
Wait, I didn't finish. All right, next week, big pee pee poo poo going right there.
Is that Anakin?
Yeah, pretty much.
Hey, but a big life-size piece is going right there.
Yo, how much you want to bet this guy's gonna have Anakin, bro? I guarantee you he will.
This guy's got Anakin already.
I'm
hiding
stalking his
behind Venom.
socials.
Oh man,
Looks like I'm doing something that.
Where's that finger at?
Oh,
in his butt.
is that a trick question? That's a trick question, Brick.
Oh man, you guys are awesome. You guys are funny.
Flavio, you tell him.
Whew. Flavio, what you got going on?
Yeah, bruh. So not much. I'm just working on I'm working on my thumbnal to get
What kind of
my video
YouTuber?
out. I'm working on my thumbnail to get my video out. But I've been on vacation.
Easy's got a thumbnail.
Yeah. And his bum kiss.
Your viewers are gonna think I'm kind of weird.
They're gonna think I'm weird.
You
hang out with this guy?
Who is he?
What?
No, but yeah, I've just been, summer's been hitting, man, and vacation with the family and doing a ton of stuff. So I'm working on my thumbnail for my my latest unboxing video. That's coming out shortly. I know I keep saying that. Bear with me. Other than that, I think I'll actually be dealing with this guy again this Friday. I think I'm gonna be over at Dante's Collectibles.
Not if he's dead. Sorry, Dante.
Not funny. But shout out to my boy Dante, the Poppies. But yeah,
Poppy.
I'll probably be over there this Friday, so catch me over there. And yeah, stay tuned. Probably be on the following show that we have, Brick. I forget when that is. What is that, 2 weeks from now?
You know what? What's today? The 17th. So we are not gonna. I was gonna do an episode on, because we do every first and third Monday of the month, unless there's a fifth. Then we do first, third, and fifth Monday. I'm most likely not going to be able to do July 1st. So I'm just gonna say we're not gonna do that. So stay tuned. I might add an episode either next week or on the 8th, which would be the 4th Monday this month or the 2nd Monday next month, because I don't want to go 3 weeks without an episode.
Well, there you have it. You know, guys, stay tuned.
Yeah.
I'll probably
Stay
be back.
tuned.
I'll be back around. You know, here on the Bugle 6 with my boy Brick. Definitely, guys, do what you guys got to do to be in on that giveaway for sure, because that is going to be an awesome show. We're going to have a big day there for that, so you guys don't want to miss that. Everything Deadpool and Wolverine. But yeah, I just have an unboxing. I'm working on some other videos too, some more unboxings, but you know, gotta edit and do all of that. But catch me on, you know, my socials, YouTube and Instagram. There's the name, Flavios House of Collectibles. Thank you guys for, you know, being here with us tonight. So appreciate it.
Absolutely, man. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you to the panel, Easy and Flavio. Thank you very much. Thank you to the chat. On your way out, guys, if you hit that like button, really does go a long way. Don't forget about that big giveaway at the end of the month in July. And also for me, you know, obviously the Wolfpack Wednesdays, every Wednesday, 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, Bugle 6, like we mentioned before. And yeah, just doing shorts. I'm coming up with a new video. Expect a new video by the end of the week. And yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. I'm on the Movie Canon Figures Talk this weekend, Sunday night at 8 o'clock.
I actually I might be too. I don't know.
Okay, you're a busy man.
Yeah, I told him I'll keep him posted. So yeah, I might be there.
Cool.
too on
So that'll be a
Sunday.
fun night. So definitely join us there on the Movie Canon's channel. And until next time, guys,
Flavio has an SE.
Brickin', mom.
keep on
Flavio has
bricking.